Jordan, have you been privy
Yeah.
to the amount of like preemptive flying off the handlebars that the right has been doing when it comes to Taylor Swift?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Unfortunately, but yes.
Yes, they have decided that she, along with the US-Mexico border, is the biggest threat to Americans somehow. And they are, the funniest thing about this is that they have realized that Taylor Swift is very popular, that she is, I guess, powerful, that when she buys a thing or she does a thing, that thing goes, goes like out of stock or whatever. And they are begging her to not endorse Joe Biden. They are just, and there have been multiple segments where they're like, it'd be a real shame if she just were to. And then there is the crazier takes, which are she is a psyop. She is a deep state agent who has been especially designed to vote and support Joe Biden. But not only that, even her relationship with a tight end for the Chiefs, Travis Kelce. I can't believe I got all those words right. That relationship has been designed by the deep state. Roger Goodell has thrown a wet blanket onto that theory. I think that just today he was like, I don't know how to orchestrate anything. We're like, we know, buddy, except for making a lot of money off of CTE. So and domestic abuse, and punishing anyone who kneels for the anthem. But beyond that, they're freaking out about Taylor Swift. And here we go with some Jesse Waters, because Jesse Waters, and I'll tell you what I think about Jesse Waters. Jesse Waters has been going extra hard on Swift. Here we go.
Deals from Miss Swift could be worth millions of dollars for Mr. Biden. One idea that has been tossed around a bit in jest, sending the president to a stop on Miss Swift's Eras tour. Now, to primetime, this feels a little bit like an arranged marriage. Biden doesn't even know who Taylor Swift is.
Liberty and Bell had to beat some tough odds. You could say even this harder than getting a ticket to the Renaissance tour or Britney's tour. She's down in, it's kind of warm in Brazil right now.
Wait. Before we move on, Jesse Waters is playing this clip as evidence of Biden maybe orchestrating a Taylor Swift endorsement. And Biden like, the other one, the famous Britney. It's hot in Brazil. Like, no, she doesn't even know who she is. So, well, he's going to try to spin this, I guess.
Taylor, Britney, Beyonce, Dylan, same thing. Dark Brandon doesn't get
Dylan, by the way, Dylan Mulvaney, of course, gotta get a shot in at a trans person.
bogged down on details. He can't name a Taylor Swift song. Taylor Swift can't name a Biden policy. This relationship was engineered in a lab. And Taylor's boyfriend,
just like COVID,
sponsored by Pfizer. It is a match made in corporate heaven.
So Travis Kelce, I guess, did an ad for Pfizer, and now he's bought by Pfizer boy. Anyway.
Could you imagine if the Chiefs win the Super Bowl?
Now, look, Jordan, I am a Niners fan because I'm from the Bay. And so I feel conflicted because at the moment, right wingers are like momentary Niners fans because they hate Taylor Swift. And they think that if Travis Kelce and the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, her like final form will be activated. I don't know what will happen. I mean, I hope it'll rain Plan B down on everybody. That would be amazing. But like, it is just so funny to me that they're freaking out about it. And like, she really needs to fuck with them. Like, she needs to do some like Instagram posts. She needs to freak them out a little bit more before this, before everything.
Yeah, it's so funny that the people who are all into, the trad wife or cottagecore aesthetic, like all these extreme online right wingers who want this like really weird fascist, it's like milky white blonde couple with like 15 kids, are upset by this, like by these two specifically. It's like aesthetically, isn't this like exactly what you want? And you still found a way to get mad about it because he wants people to get vaccinated. They have to respond to any sort of cultural development with only looking at it through a binary lens. Like, okay, it's either liberal or conservative, and I have to be on this side no matter what. Okay, well, he's got his vaccine. She endorsed Biden. Did she endorse Biden in 2020? Like, these are...
What was in a photo with Biden cookies? Yeah, I'm assuming because she's like not cool with fascism. Like, probably.
Yeah. But
anyway.
It's just, look, she's not going to do anything big or spectacular because she's a colossal enterprise. Like when they joked about it at the Grammys, to go back to that god-awful award show.
That you clearly watched.
I did watch because I liked, I told you.
I like pretty, I like shiny.
Yeah, I want to see the optics. I want to see who navigates, who handles their moment well, who handles their loss uncomfortably. I like that. But they acknowledge, like, her tour improved like local economies on these stops.
Yes.
She's a massive enterprise, so they're not going to stick her out too far. They're going to, everything is like micromanaged, everything is reviewed. She's not going to do anything radical. Paige is pointing out she told people to vote. Okay. Thank you. Do you remember in 2018? And that I think it was 2017, 2018, there was a race in Tennessee, and she later on said, well, if I would have said anything, I would have endorsed the Democrat. Like, that's it. And it was something about abortion. Like, she won't say anything too risky, anything too political. Maybe she'll endorse Biden, but nothing that warrants any real material concern.
Yeah. Well, okay, I have a few thoughts on this whole Taylor Swift. So, okay, during the pandemic, things were dark, man. I got Tay-pilled. I'm going to be straight up with you, all right? Folklore, Evermore are great albums. I stand by those two albums. I don't love Midnights. It's a little too poppy for me. I don't love her old stuff. Very poppy for me. But I did get Tay-pilled. Then I started doing some digging. Then I started looking at her lyrics. She is, white feminism, but she's also a feminist. Like, she also believes in, like abortion rights. And she also like makes fun of everyone who wants her to be like the trad wife. She like has some lyric about, I'm not down with that 1950s shit. She once like sued a guy for touching her ass, but only collected $1 just to clown on him. Like, she's kind of tight in a lot of ways. I'm like, seriously, I think, and her songs, I don't know if it's her or her co-writer, they fucking hit, dog. Like, they don't miss. It's just you listen to it, like, I don't even love this, like, that's how Taylor Swift just sort of grows in you, just like a fucking Last of Us fungi. And so I will say, I do think she's got some leverage and she's got some power. That because the right is scared. And I think she should use it. Why not? She should get people to vote. Of course, she should speak out for abortion rights. And I think it's so funny because ultimately what MAGA knows, as Donald Trump has said that he thinks he's more popular than Taylor, I'm more popular than MAGA knows, no, he ain't. They know. Motherfuckers leave his speech early. You think anyone would leave a Taylor Swift concert early? Are you fucking crazy? But they've heard all the hits. Yeah, same shit. No one's leaving a Taylor Swift concert early. A lot of MAGA voters leave Trump speeches early because they're like, we've seen it, we've heard it, we know the hits. I don't like the final one. There's a QAnon song now, blah, 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 blah. So I just think it's so funny that they know that ultimately she eclipses him, This is a, paper cover rock type situation.
I mean, to be clear, because I value my life, in no way am I saying I don't like Taylor Swift as a person, and I think she's great. There's clearly something
what's
there
in her heart.
It seems as though a lot of people are confident in who she is as a person, and that's why they like her so much. There's something there. Music's just not what I listen to, so I can't speak to her discography.
Wait a minute, her music, right? I'm telling you, dude, start with Folklore, Evermore. It really, it's good. It's soulful.
I'm sure it is. I'm a
Beyonce greater than Tay. I'm a Beyonce greater than Swift, but I don't discriminate, I am like Cardi B greater than Beyonce, greater than Taylor. Like, that's sort of how I roll. But Megan Thee Stallion greater than Nicki. Obviously, if there are any barbs in the comments, you guys can fuck off. But yeah, it is so funny to me that they're freaking out about it. And I don't know, Jordan. I mean, I do think that it's true that, like, I think a lot of celebs not having a big, but if Taylor Swift posts something about ceasefire, She did go to a Rami Youssef stand-up show. We know that.
Okay, so the seeds are planted.
The seeds are planted. I'm sure Rami
Just
was
gotta
talking
water
about
'em.
Gaza. We just gotta water them. We just gotta get to her.
This isn't to say that I don't think she should speak out. I absolutely agree. She should. Any people who ideally have our politics or share most of our politics and have that kind of a platform and that kind of an influence, I think there's a moral obligation to do it. Unfortunately, so many don't, because once you reach that level of success, you are just a business. Everything about your life is an enterprise. And that's all like really fine tuned. So I just don't have a lot of hope that she'll do anything beyond maybe a check your voter registration, which is like how most artists just do politics now.
Yes.
It'd be a lot cooler if she did more. And it's obviously ceasefire would be great.
True.
I would welcome it. I just don't think so.
What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/Bitchuation Room. Do it.